Hello, my name is Keith, and this is a series of videos about healthy living. If you like these videos, please subscribe on my YouTube channels. It does help out in a big way. Those channels are Agency Reviews, Build Your Success, Get Healthy Now, In the World, and KGH Photos and Videos. This particular video was created during the Mayor's Fitness Challenge, where communities competed against each other to be deemed the most fit city. Each year, the winning city that had the highest percentage of total minutes actually received a mobile trophy. Each week, we also included a video to provide health education during the challenge. This one is titled Kidney Health, Why It Matters, and Kia Quintana is the presenter.
Thank you all for taking the time to join me this afternoon. I really appreciate it. And for those of you who will be joining us or watching this at a later time, thank you for watching. My name is Kia Quintana. I'm the health educator over at the Department of Health. And I want to start by congratulating all of you for making it this far. You should be extremely proud of yourselves. Feel free to ask any questions in the chat. Either I will answer them at the end, or if I cannot answer it during the presentation. So feel free to write any questions in there. Today we're going to be talking about kidney health, and it's very appropriate because this month is Chronic Kidney Disease Awareness Month. So it just seems very fitting that we get a chance to talk about this. Kidney health is kind of one of those topics that seems to fly under the radar, right? A lot of people don't know about it. So hopefully today you'll learn a few things and we'll get started. Let's see. Maybe. Okay, so we'll start out with the basics, what the kidneys do in our bodies and why they're so important. So your kidneys do a host of things. They filter your blood to remove waste and extra fluid from your body. They remove the acids made by our cells. They maintain a healthy balance of minerals, salts, and water in your blood. And most importantly, they secrete hormones necessary for a healthy body. The hormones control your blood pressure, they make red blood cells, and they maintain bone health. So all of these are crucial to maintaining a healthy body. If they aren't working properly, it can throw your whole body out of whack, right? So it's really important to kind of know not only what they do and why it's important for us to keep our kidneys healthy. So what happens when your kidneys don't work properly? You can develop what is called chronic kidney disease. So chronic kidney disease describes the gradual loss of kidney function. Now, several conditions fall under this umbrella. I'm not going to get into details about each of them because there's many, but just know that they affect your kidney function in some way or form. If chronic kidney disease reaches an advanced stage, dangerous levels of fluids, electrolytes, and waste can build up in your body, leading to kidney failure. This disease is particularly dangerous because in the early stages of chronic kidney disease, you may have few symptoms or no signs. Chronic kidney disease may not become apparent until your kidney function is significantly impaired. If you don't have symptoms, if you do have symptoms, they tend to be really minor and you may not associate them with your kidneys. They tend to be things like dry skin, headaches, tiredness, which we can attribute to kind of really any disease. And the last thing we're thinking about is our kidneys. So that's what makes it particularly dangerous and worrisome, right? So chronic kidney disease is actually extremely prevalent in the United States. More than 1 in 7 adults in the United States, that's about 15%, have chronic kidney disease. That's about 37 million people. As we mentioned in the previous slide, one of the dangers of chronic kidney disease is that we aren't always aware that we have it. So, so about 9 in 10 adults with chronic kidney disease don't know they have it. What you do need to know is that it is more common in adults over 65. It is more common in African Americans, Native Americans, and Hispanics. And it's more common in women than it is in men. And it's actually the 9th leading cause of death in the United States. So what are the risk factors of kidney disease? According to the CDC, it is high blood pressure, diabetes, family history, heart disease, lupus, and infection. And there are a host of other risk factors that are less common, but they are out there. So one of the reasons kidney disease can be so damaging is that it creates this loop, right? So what I mean by that is that a disease or condition can lead to kidney disease, but kidney disease can lead to that same condition or disease. So a really good example of that is high blood pressure and diabetes. With high blood pressure, it can cause damage to your kidneys, right? And that damage can actually result in your kidneys not being able to control that high blood pressure. So it creates this kind of loop and circle that you can't really get out of because one causes the other, which causes the other. So that's why it can, be more of a hassle to manage than some other diseases or conditions. So kidney disease can, like I said, can lead to other diseases. One of them being heart disease, stroke, heart attacks, anemia, malnutrition, and acute kidney injury, which is when your kidneys have a change or some sort of ability to not function properly as a result of illness, injury, or medications. There is no cure for CKD. All that can be done is to manage the progression. So you can manage your kidney disease so that it doesn't progress any further. The problem with CKD is that once you have damage in your kidneys, the scars that are caused as a result are permanent. There's no going back from it, which is why it's really important that you take care and really take time to take care of your kidneys. I know that's not very common for us to kind of think about. It's not something that's in the back of our heads. We're constantly thinking about heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, and worrying about that. But our kidneys play a really important function, and that's why it's really important that we take care of it. The really good news is that there are things that you can do to keep your kidneys healthy. And they're actually quite simple and things that you do all the time. So the things that you have to do is pretty much just maintain a healthy lifestyle. That is the crux of everything. You want to prevent or manage any health conditions that can cause kidney damage, such as diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease. You want to get tested regularly. Like I mentioned before, it is really difficult to have signs in your bodies that you're having kidney damage. So it's really crucial that you work with your healthcare team to get tested regularly and manage those conditions so they are going to worsen if you do have kidney damage, or that you can catch it early enough to not cause further damage. Like I said, you want to focus on stopping it from progressing. And so you need to do that with your healthcare team. And I know not all of us are fans of going to the doctors, but it's a really important and crucial step, not only for you to find out if you have it, but also just taking care of yourself. You also want to make healthy food choices, which you guys are doing, becoming physically active, which you guys are also doing by just participating in this. You want to aim for a healthy weight. You also want to get enough sleep. You don't want to smoke, and you want to limit alcohol intake and reduce stress. So these are all things that we're constantly doing. We're constantly making the effort to take care of ourselves. So the great thing is, just by doing the things that we normally do, things that you're actively doing and you have been doing for the past couple of months, you're already taking a step in the right direction. Now, like I said, you want to make sure you're following up with your healthcare team, particularly if you fall under some of those categories that put you at greater risk for developing chronic kidney disease. So if you are African American, Native American, Hispanic, over 65, or if you're a woman, you want to take kind of preventative steps and get tested. And it's also just a good conversation starter to have with your doctor, so that he knows that you're aware that you want to prevent chronic kidney disease. So having that conversation is kind of crucial to getting preventing chronic kidney disease. And also the great thing about kind of, taking all of these steps is that, yes, your focus right now, our focus in this conversation is chronic kidney disease, but these are pretty much the same things that I talked about in our previous discussion a couple of weeks ago about heart disease. So everything you're doing here is going to be things that help you with chronic kidney disease, help you prevent heart disease, help you prevent diabetes. So overall, you're maintaining your body healthy and happy for the future to come. Hydration. Hydration isn't, it's important, right? You do want to stay hydrated, but it's not necessarily a crucial step. You obviously want to drink your daily doses of water, but you overall, they keep your kidneys functioning just on a daily basis, and as long as you keep doing that, you should be okay to maintain your healthy kidneys. But you also get hydration from other things. Like, I think people assume that the only way you get hydrated is drinking water, which I'm not saying you shouldn't. It's crucial, it's truly important, but you also get hydration through other means, sometimes through the foods we're eating. You get hydration. So I think that falls under also the line of just continuously eating healthy. I hope that answers that question. So this is kind of, I know this was a short lesson, but I hope you also learned something new. I know, like I said before, kidney disease is something that tends to really stay under the radar, and it's not something that, tends to be broadcasted like, heart disease and diabetes, and we tend to focus on that. But like I mentioned, there's a link between all of them, right? So if if you're focusing on diabetes can lead to chronic kidney disease, or vice versa. Heart disease can lead to chronic kidney disease, or vice versa. So what I think is really important is that you're aware. I think that's 90% of the battle is awareness and educating yourself on these simple things. And so I hope you learned something new, and that you continue to really take care of yourself and take preventative steps to keep your kidneys healthy, your body healthy. So that's about it. Do you guys have any questions for me? Anything else that you would like to know? All right. So if you don't have any questions, oh, are there tests we should request from our doctors? Your doctor should know what tests to kind of give to you. I'm not a medical professional, so I don't know the details regarding the specific tests that you need to have. I think it's important to just talk with your doctor and let them know that you're concerned or you want to know how your kidneys are doing. And they should be able to kind of get you the right tests that you should have at that specific moment. Is there any other questions? All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining me and taking these a few minutes to kind of sit and talk. And if you're watching at a later time, thank you guys for watching this. If any of you have any questions or anything else that whether regarding this or regarding something else, or if you think of questions that are that you think of later on down the road, you can contact me at this information right here. But yeah, you all have a fantastic afternoon and continue keeping up with the amazing job of keeping healthy and happy, and we'll find out soon who wins. So have a good one, guys.